Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 4 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Although there's not much Let's Playing left to do, all I have to do is press down twice. That takes me out of Zenithia Castle, and that triggers the ending sequence here. We're going to get the staff roll, but before that we're going to get an ending cutscene where basically our party travels around the world. Each of them gets off in their respective home country. So we get to see them just returning triumphantly home after defeating evil. So I really like the chapter system in this game. It's a really neat system that I unfortunately did not implement in any other future Dragon Quest games, at least that I know of, up until Dragon Quest IX. That's as far as I played. And I didn't play through all of them all the way. Just sample them here and there. Yeah, the chapter system was really good. So each of the chapters could stand alone on its own as its own little story, but there was pieces within each chapter that tied into the greater narrative of the hero rising, being young and rising to overcome the resurrecting ruler of evil. So in the first chapter, kids are being kidnapped, and we learn why they're being kidnapped, because at the time the hero's young and they basically want to nip him in the bud, while he's still weak and powerless. They're targeting the wrong children, of course, but the point is the bad guys are making an effort. They're not just, the trope is like Orcus on his throne, where the bad guy just sits on his throne and does nothing. The bad guys are actively very proactive in this game, so that's really nice. Chapter 2, you had the golden bracelet. That seemed like just a one-off thing, but you learned that was like the secret of the whole amplifying the secret of evolution to allow Necrosauer to become even more powerful than the previous ruler of evil, Esturk, who we defeated a little bit earlier in the game. Tied in there with the ruler of evil being uncovered in Actimo, the mine, and the king of Santimo over there realizing that was happening, so he tried to get them to stop, and so Necrosauer silenced them first by taking his voice, then by making him disappear. So I guess we defeated Necrosauer, so they reappeared. So I guess Alina gets her happy ending. Alina, Crystal, and Bray, all the people that disappeared at the end of chapter 2, they've returned. But that little whole aspect of them the king being silenced and the people disappearing after he got his voice back, that all tied in with the uncovering of the ruler of evil. And then chapter 3 taught you about the Zenithian equipment, and gave you some hints about that. Tulum was essential in terms of bridging the Endor continent with the Branca continent where the hero is from. So if Tulum didn't build that tunnel, the hero would have been stuck on the eastern continent and would have never been able to meet Mara and Nara. And, Mara and Nara, their individual chapter of just revenge against Balzac, that tied in greater to the whole secret of evolution thing, because Mara and Nara's father, Edgar, discovered how to amplify the secret of evolution with the golden bracelet, and then, of course, he wasn't going to share that, and then Balzac, wanting to gain favor with Necrosauer, murdered him. So, yeah, all these little things that tied in. I liked how the chapters, they introduced you to the game mechanics. The first chapter with Ragnar, he's just this fighter. He didn't have to worry about, spells and much strategy. He just hit things hard. And got a little bit of learning about the AI with the Healy. And then chapter 2 comes in, you learn about like balancing your party, because you got a mage, a black mage, a white mage, and then a fighter. So you kind of learn about balancing party and how balancing each of their strengths and weaknesses. And you see if you can learn to perfect that in chapter 4, when you get, a black mage and a white mage again, but you don't have a fighter. You get the Orin, who helps you, but he's an NPC. So the game is just trying to see if have you really mastered how to use these characters to cover each other's weaknesses. Really, like I said, really enjoyable. The plot overall, like I said, is a simplistic thing, but Dragon Quests are known for their simplicity. that's one of the things that when you get a Dragon Quest game, it's just basically it's not going to be a big thing on social commentary. It's not going to try to make any big statements or anything like that. It's usually just your typical good versus evil storyline. You got a hero fighting some big bad. Turn-based. You choose your actions. They did try to do some things that made it a little bit more complicated, like the AI system, which they refined then in Dragon Quest 5 and 6, which I'll be playing next year, where you can set the AI. The characters ain't always set to AI. Like in Chapter 5 here, they were always on AI. In 5 and 6, you can choose to control a character, or you can choose to put them under the AI. And it gives you some advantages. The AI, like I mentioned in some of the places, the AI knows what spells monsters are weak from, so you can learn weaknesses real quick without having to worry about that. Look it up in a guide with the AI. So that helps. They basically refined it. And Celia is back, and here's all our friends too. So Celia was the elf who used the transform spell to save us way back at the beginning of the game. So, but overall, I don't know. Basically, probably one of my either my favorite Dragon Quest or my second favorite, depends. 5 is really, really good too. 5 kind of does a chapter system, but not really. 5 is like basically 3 generations. You follow the hero from his childhood, then through his teenage years, and then through his adulthood. So in that sense, it's kind of like chapters, but you're always following the same person, unlike this one where you rotated people in and out. So, but yeah, 5's a really good one. So 5 and 4 tend to be, probably up there height in terms of my favorites. So, but it'll be a while until I get to 5. I got some other games to play first, but like I said, really enjoyed playing this one here, and it was nice with Cosmo fit in perfectly, because if you haven't watched that video of Cosmo choosing the right ticket yet, go back to the first episode, and I link it there, or in the video descriptions. Cosmo took forever for him to pick a winning ticket for something. He's like, it's not the right time, it's not the right time. It was just like this, it was like, it wasn't the right time for the hero to appear yet. We had to go through 4 individual chapters, Finally, Cosmo made the right time, so. But and speaking of time, I'm glad for all of you viewers who took their time to, watch this playthrough. I hope that you were, entertained by it. As always, I hope that, the person who owned Cosmo, Sarah, that, she was honored by, letting her rat, kind of get remembered through this playthrough. Like I said, I always try to name characters after a deceased pet in one of the pet groups that I follow on Facebook, Marty Mouse House. Just a way to, honor their pets and make them feel special, their owners. So tie them into the narrative of the game, and then everyone else gets to, see their pictures and stuff like that. So a lot of the pictures you saw, well, all the pictures you saw had Cosmo in them at the end of each of the playthroughs. So sometimes they also included his brothers Augie and Bean at the same time. So, but yeah, it's just a way to, remember our pets, because pets are family too. So I'd like it, like if people honored my pets who passed away, and had quite a few of them. That's one of the bad things about having rats. They short lifespan. So, but is there anything I can do to help, ease the pain of people who've lost? So these videos will stay up forever. We can always learn about Cosmo, whenever, you come back and watch this. So, like I said, I appreciate you if you watch this. Appreciate if you watch my other videos. Send comments, likes, and I know I usually just ask people in the Marty Mouse House if they have, pets that they'd like honor. But if you're a viewer who's not in Marty Mouse House and you have a pet, shoot a compliment, and shoot a line in the comment section, and get in touch with me. I can send you an email or something. We can find out. You can give me a picture of your pet, and then I can put it into the game, through the name and also in the thumbnail. So, well, that'll do it for this playthrough. Take care. Have a good one. See you in the next one.